Hi everybody, it's Christina with Food Photography Blog, and this is my first equipment review. I would like to thank Lauren Diaz for asking me to please let her know why this particular lighting kit is so much less expensive than the one light that I've been referring and recommending for quite some time on the blog. So we are going to be comparing today the Westcott softbox. It's called the U light. You'll see the information below. And we're comparing that to the Lemo Studio kit, which it has 2 softboxes, 2 light stands, 2 bulbs, and all that stuff. The Westcott actually only comes with the light head and the softbox. The bulb and the stand are separate. So all in, this kit is about $130, $135 on Amazon Prime. If you're buying it off of that, you might have to pay shipping somewhere else. And I'll have links about where you can get this kit below. And then this Lemo Studio kit with the 2 lights and the 2 stands and the 2 bulbs, all in, this is only $80. Like crazy cheap, right? But there's a reason. Yeah. So, okay, let's get into it. So, notice that one softbox is called Lemo Studio. The other one is called, I don't know, Pro Photo Studio? Like, who is that? When I actually bought this kit originally, one of the lights did not work. And I contacted the manufacturer. They had excellent customer service, I have to say that. So the manufacturer of, I think they're now calling themselves Lemo Studio, because that's the name I'm familiar with. This was the first light kit that I bought. I had 2 of these with that name. They looked exactly the same. And when I got them, one of the lights didn't work. And so I contacted the manufacturer and I just said, hey, you know, I'm not sure what's going on. One of the lights doesn't work. The bulbs are fine. I had 2 bulbs and I tested them in both lights. So the bulbs were working fine. Just one of the soft boxes, the light head, this tiny little thing over here, was not working. So they promptly emailed me a YouTube video explaining how to fix that. So why don't we go have a look at that, shall we? Okay, so here's our really very nicely put together video showing that you get a screwdriver and you have to bend a couple of metal tabs inside the light. But don't worry, they also explain, let me go back here, oh, yeah, turn the off first. Like, okay, you know, it says, do make sure to either power the switch, the power switch is off, or the power cord is unplugged. If you have to actually go in here and, let's see, jam a screwdriver into your light, you better make sure that is unplugged first. So I just showed you earlier what the manufacturer's response was to how to fix the light that was not working, which I was a little unhappy about. So like I said, their customer service was excellent. So they sent me the replacement light. And so it's the same light head. I guess technically it's the same light box, it's just got some other name on it, which is a little confusing. So that's all about branding issues, which, you know, whatever, that's fine. So let me show you something that's like kind of crazy that I had never seen before. So with this lighting kit, it's using a compact fluorescent light bulb. Have you ever seen anything like this before? This thing is huge. I mean, I don't use these kind of lights, and I had no idea how massive that light bulb was. So I was assuming that this light bulb, you know, it was going to produce like a lot of, like a bright light source. I thought that's what this was going to be. But the actuality is the manufacturer claims that this light is equivalent to a 350 watt bulb. It's technically only an 85 watt bulb, but the whole thing about fluorescent lighting is the brightness of the light is brighter than what it's actually rated at. So the manufacturer, it's an 85 watt bulb, okay? So it's only pulling 85 watts of power, hence the whole eco thing. However, they're saying it's 350 watts. When I tested it, it's not. It's not anywhere near 350 watts. And I use a light meter. I was very technical about it. You'll see that in the post below too. So it's not as bright as they say it should be, which brings me to the Westcott. This tungsten light is rated to be a 500 watt light bulb. So we can use a 500 watt light bulb. So that's what that looks like. And you can see here, so this light, as you can tell, it has a little bit of darkness on the top. So this bulb is actually getting ready to go out in a little while. It still works, it's fine. But just this is an indicator that the tungsten filament inside is getting a little stressed. The thing that I really like about this light box versus this light box is this light box has a collar on the actual socket here that keeps the clip. This is a clip that keeps the umbrella open of the softbox. So this ring stops this clip from coming forward and potentially making that bulb explode. This doesn't have anything like that. This here doesn't have any type of ring mechanism, and this black ring can just come up and slam into this thing, which is going to give it pressure, pulling it against the socket. Not good. With any electrical stuff, you don't want any type of pressure like that. So just a little bit about sort of design quality here. Okay, so let's talk about the stands that both of these lights came with. So this light did not come with a stand. I need to clarify that. So this light, I purchased this stand separately. It was about $30. There are hundreds of light stands to choose from. So the one that I recommend is only about $30, $35, depending, you know, they raise the price and lower the price and stuff like that. So this light stand, if you compare it to that light stand, is a lot bigger than that one. So this is a really stable light. Like it's going to take a lot to knock it over, right? And with this light stand, that's not the case. If this light head is not over a leg, you're going to be able to knock it over so easily. So a dog, a very large cat, or a toddler is going to make this thing fly across the room. So these stands are completely inadequate for the light. You're going to have to get the stand that I recommend here, if not a bigger one. So that lighting kit is $80 plus the, you know, with the shipping all in. I suggest you get 2 light stands that can actually accommodate that light. If you don't choose to do that, you cannot leave these lights on if you are not in the room. So let's say you're shooting in your living room and you have to run to the kitchen to get something, turn the lights off if you're using those, because they could get knocked over, the bulb could crack or whatever, and it could be a real hazard. With this light, it's pretty heavy duty. I mean, I'm yanking at this thing. It's going to take a lot to knock this over compared to this one. Okay, let's talk about the quality of the actual light that we get from both manufacturers. So with the Westcott, we have a larger light head, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's like the better quality, but it's a 500 watt bulb. So this light head would be larger to accommodate that. Then we have the reinforcement here of the cord, which actually is a really nice thing to have. And the cord itself is very thick compared to the Lemo Studio. And the cord itself is about 12 feet long. And this cord is a 3-prong cord, which means it's grounded. So that's good for electricity and all that stuff because this is a 500 watt bulb. So compared to the Lemo Studio, we've got a really tiny little light head here. The thing I don't like about it though is the cord coming out of it has been turned on its side. Like it does not want to lay flat at all. And if this gets crimped or pinched, it probably is going to get cut by the actual light head. I don't like that. That is not cool. And the cord itself is only, I think, 4 feet long. So once again, do not leave this thing on if you are not in the room. I leave the Westcott on all the time, and I'm running back to the kitchen, back and forth from the set to the kitchen with the Westcott on, and I'm not concerned it's going to burn the place down. So just something to really take into consideration, that you really do get what you pay for with this kind of stuff. And with electronics, not necessarily good to buy the cheapest thing you can find. You know, just not a good idea. So I'm going to talk about something that the Lemo Studio did that was nicer than Westcott. They actually spent some money and they gave us some bags. Let me show you. Okay. Looks like trash, and in my world it is, but okay. This is the bag that the light box came in. Nice idea. You can't fit the bulb in here. Right, so we're never going to use that. This actually was for the bulb. But when they shipped this huge bulb, it had some foam wrapping around it, so this couldn't close all the way. So luckily, the bulbs didn't burst when I got them in the box that they were put in. This was an additional bag that apparently you're supposed to get 2 soft boxes, 2 light bulbs, 2 stands inside this thing. That is never going to happen. That's never going to happen. A great idea. I'm not going to use this at all, because what am I going to do with the bulbs in those little plastic things that don't close with the, you have to protect those somehow. So, okay. So Lemo Studio, is that the name? Yes, Lemo Studio. Please save the money. Like no more. Make it so, put the money in the quality so that we don't have to use a screwdriver to make your lights work. That would be awesome. Just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. It's crazy, I know. It's probably cheaper to make these little bags than it is to fix the light socket. I don't know. I'm not a manufacturer, I have no idea. Oh, and okay, their customer service is awesome. It really great. They followed up with me. As soon as I ordered it, they sent me an email. Did you get your thing? I got the thing. I didn't respond yet. I opened up the thing. Had the issue with the light, all that we went through. Okay, so then I asked them to replace the light head that was not working. Oh, God, you know, like I knocked it over. Okay, so this is what I got. I got this. So this was it was supposed to be the replacement for the light head. I didn't need a new softbox. I didn't need a new bulb. I needed a new light head. This is a very small piece of equipment. So this is what I got. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, so that is a broken bulb. There was no packaging in it at all, and it was just the softbox with the light head and the bulb. I didn't need all that. Once again, I just needed the light head. So they could have saved a lot of money and just sent me a new light head that I didn't have to take a screwdriver to. So they asked me if I got my replacement. I mean, how awesome is that? So yes, I got my replacement, and I told them what happened. I sent them a picture, and then, hold on, this is what I got a week later. A beautifully packaged fluorescent light bulb that I don't need because I have 2 of them already. I mean, I guess if I were to use these lights regularly, I'm going to need this eventually, and it's a satisfaction guaranteed thing. Like, Dude, awesome customer service. Awesome customer service. Make your shit work. That's all you need to do. That's where I'm at. So, okay, for 80 bucks, you might have to deal with some shenanigans, and do not leave them on when you're not in the room. For 130, you get one good light, a good stand, and good bulb, and probably won't burn your house down, and it will last you a really long time. That's kind of where I'm at. So there you have it, my very honest equipment review and my feelings. But I know a lot of you have been wondering why I'm trying to pimp out a light that's 130 versus a light kit that's only 80. So today I have thoroughly learned why that is. So have you. So if you have any questions, please comment below. Please, please, please. I will answer your comments, and you can always email me questions as well. Also, if you want any other equipment you would like me to review, please let me know, because this will be a fun thing that we will regularly do from now on. All right, you guys, happy shooting. I hope you have a great week. I'll talk to you soon.